body. So how does your body feel today? Give yourself a body scan all the way from the top of your head. Notice any tension in your forehead, jaw, back of your neck. Maybe take a couple of circles with your chin to your chest, or if you're lying down, rolling your head along the floor just to wake up the muscles in the back of your neck. And as you do this, if there's any points of tension, use your breath to ease them out. And bring your awareness to your shoulders. Create a bit of space between the top of your shoulders and the bottom of your ears. Notice how the muscles in your back, all the way down the front of your body, your hips. Notice if there's any tension in the front, inside, or back of your hips. And then bring your awareness all the way down your legs. See if you can notice any areas of tension or tightness. And once again, use your exhales to start to release any tension. Take this first few moments to set an intention for yourself. It might be you're here for a nice stretch, maybe a little bit of headspace. Whatever reason you've tuned in today, lock that in and take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, release any negativity or tension from your body. And then start to bring your awareness towards your breath. How are you breathing today? Start to deepen your breath, really expanding your belly and the back of your ribs every time you inhale. And as you exhale, let all the air come out. Take 3 breaths in your own time. Make every breath a little bit deeper. And then from here, you're going to take 3 breaths. And as you exhale, make your exhale as long as you possibly can and as soundless as you can. So breathe in deep into your lungs. And then open your mouth and let the air come out as slowly and as quietly as possible. Breathe in deep, fill your lungs. Open your mouth, let it all come out softly. Take one more cooling breath like that. And then start to create a steady breath you can continue for the whole class. And then whether you're seated or lying, take a few more circles with your neck, so chin towards your chest, or bring your head along the floor. Just start to notice how your neck feels. Taking the movement really organically, and once again, any areas of tension, just breathe them out, use your exhale. And then we're going to start to warm up the back of your spine. So if you're seated, start to bring your knees in towards your chest and you're going to start to roll onto your back. If you're on your back, you're going to start to hug your knees in towards your chest. So if you've got any props beside you, you can move them out of the way for a minute. So start to hug your knees in, rolling your way all the way down the length of your spine, warming it all the way up. And then bring your feet all the way down. Grab the soles of the outside of your feet, come into a happy baby. Gently, maybe rolling side to side, maybe staying still. Whatever feels best for you. And then from here, you're going to start to move all the way up to a tabletop. Well, actually, to kneeling first and then towards tabletop. So start to roll down the length of your spine again. And then come all the way up to that kneeling position. From here, we're going to warm up your wrists. So start to roll them in circles. Taking these as big as you can. And then start to claw the air with your fingers. So really warming up all the way down your fingers. If you'd like to warm up your toes at the same time, you can tuck your toes under and stay in a kneeling position like this. Just to stretch off your feet, muscles down your feet. Oh, my feet are tight today. And then from here, clasp your hands together. We're going to take some waves. So lifting up one elbow, then the other. And if your feet get too much, just take them out at any point. And then switch direction with your wave, so bring your other elbow up. And just notice how each side feels as you move through this. Nice. And then start to shake those hands. Create nice heat in your hands. All right, as you inhale, lift them a little higher. Exhale out your mouth. We'll take 2 more breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. One more time, hands a bit higher. Inhale. And then exhale, let it all go. Bring your hands down to your thighs. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. And then moving into tabletop position, walk your hands underneath your feet. Your hands underneath your shoulders, sorry, not underneath your feet, that's sore. And then bring your knees underneath your hips. We're going to move through some cat-cows here. So take this once again as organically as feels good. So as you inhale, tuck your chin towards your chest, press your hands and knees away from you. Create a big dome space between your shoulder blades. Exhale, drop your belly, open your chest. Inhale, chin to chest, press your hands away. Exhale, open your mouth, chest towards the front of the room. And then take any more movement that feels good. Maybe rolling all the way back to child's pose as you breathe in. Take 5 rounds of breath and move in whatever way feels good in your body. You might already know that you've got some areas of tightness, so if you can feel the way to stretch them out, use this time to open up those areas. Take 1 more big round of breath here. And then as you exhale, settle back to your tabletop position. And then we're going to move to our first downward dog. So tucking your toes. As you inhale, lifting those hips up and back. Finding your first downward dog. Might be the first of the day, might be the first of the week. Might be your first since lockdown. So padding out those knees, warming up the wrists, warming up hamstrings. Take 1 more big breath here. Lifting those hips as high back as you can. And then as you exhale, float forward to your high plank. Dropping your knees, chest and chin. As you inhale, flow forward, lifting your chest. Exhale, coming down. Tuck those toes, coming all the way back. And as you inhale, coming back to that downward dog. Once again, if stillness feels good, stay in stillness. Or if you want to bend one knee and the other, go for it. On your next inhale, flow forward to your high plank. Dropping your knees gently, chest and chin. Inhale, flow forward. Lifting the chest, exhale. Drop your chest. And lifting all the way up and back. Nice. 3 more breaths here. Still warming up, but once again, the stillness feels good. Stay in stillness here. Notice how your hamstrings feel. As you inhale, roll forward to that high plank. Last time, dropping your knees, chest and chin. Inhale, roll forward, squeeze the butt cheeks, just lift that chest gently, maybe a little higher this time. Exhale, fold forward. And then tuck your toes, coming all the way back up. Nice. Taking 3 more rounds of breath here, still warming up the whole body. And on your next inhale, lift your left leg up and back behind you. Bring your knee towards your nose. Stepping your foot between your hands, and then drop your back knee. And if you want a little bit of padding, this is where your cushion or your jumper or whatever, you can pad that back knee. And then from here, as you inhale, roll the hips forward, lifting your hands up towards the ceiling. And really focus on what's happening with both hips. So on both of the levels, so if you imagine there was headlights in the front of both your hips, you want them both facing forward. So if they're kind of veering off to one side or the other, see if you can bring them forward and then peel those hips a little further towards the front of your room or the front of your mat. From here, as you exhale, you're going to start to fold your weight back, untuck your back toe if you haven't already, and then peel your weight onto your heel, so you're lifting your toe off the mat. This is where your books can come in handy if you want them. So if you've got a couple of books, you can bring them either side of you, just so you can keep a bit of length and straightness in your back. So the aim of the game here isn't to have your nose on your knee and a straight leg. It's about feeling the back of your hamstring. So you might have your knee really bent, and you might be all the way upright. If you can feel your hamstring, then you're good. So take 2 breaths here. And with every exhale, you're aiming to come a little bit further over that leg. So you can start to curve into it. Taking 1 more breath. And then as you exhale, you can drop those books all the way forward. Back foot comes forward and inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, folding over that leg. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the floor. Left foot comes back this time. And then as you inhale, hands come up. Once again, exhale, hips come forward. Check on your hip points again. If they're facing sort of out to the side, bring them back to the front of your mat. Maybe tucking the back toe. For me, that increases the stretch in my hip flexor. Or untuck it. It's up to you. See how it feels best in your body. From here, on your next exhale, you're going to start to peel that foot off the ground. So either you can keep your hands on your waist, or you can lean forward. If you're super flexible on your hamstrings and back, your hands might come straight to the floor, or use those books. I find this such a nice help. Gives me a much better stretch in my hamstring. This is, if you're in a yoga studio, you could use yoga blocks, but I just think it's nice to use stuff around your house so it's more accessible. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Keep elongating your breath in this pose. Lengthening the lower spine. 1 more breath to curl over that leg. And then you can drop those boots down. Inhale, come forward, back to that high low lunge, and then bring your hands to the mat, tucking your front foot back, coming into downward dog. So you can move that cushion out of the way, padding it out, and you can either stay here for 3 breaths, come to child's pose if you want, or roll forward to your high plank. If you feel warm enough, you can drop halfway to chaturanga, so you're hovering above the ground. And then inhale to your up dog or cobra. And then exhale, float back. Nice. From here, as you inhale, lift your left leg up and back behind you. Exhale, knee to nose. We're going to go into warrior one. So your front foot's towards the front of the mat, walking your back foot in a little bit. And then inhale, all the way up to the ceiling. Hands come tall, bend into that front knee. Nice. From here, we're going to go into a forward fold. Hands come behind your back. So you're going to get a hold opposite elbows. Or for reverse prayers in your practice, you can bring your hands together like this on your back. So you can peel from here. And then from there, you can start to fold to the inside of that leg. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale, open that chest, length through the spine. Exhale, bend a little further over. As you inhale, unhook those hands. Come all the way up and forward. This time you're going to bring your back foot in a little so that both toes are facing forward. And then as you exhale, you're going to hinge from your hips, keeping your back flat. Press through both your heels. So this stretch will feel completely different for everyone. You might feel it in the back of your hamstring, you might feel it in your bum cheek, you might feel it in your calves. But just take it easy. With every exhale, just bring it a little further over, keeping that nice flat back. You probably see my back a bit easier without the jumper on. Taking 1 more breath. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, folding over. And then from here, as you inhale, bring your back foot forward. Inhale to a halfway lift at the front of your mat. Flat back again. Exhale, fold over your feet. Inhale, bring your hands all the way to the ceiling. Exhale, fold over those legs. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, plant your hands. Step your left foot back, and we're coming back into the pyramid first, so both feet are facing forward. Inhale, coming all the way up to stand. And really create a bit of pressure between both heels and the mat. And once again, it'll feel different in each leg. Bring your hands onto your hips, so right into your top of your hip bones, and then as you exhale, start to fold forward. Now both sides might feel different. For me, I feel there's a lot more in one calf than I do on the other side. Take 2 more deep breaths. As you inhale, find length in your spine. As you exhale, maybe fold a little bit deeper. And then as you inhale, you're going to turn your back foot out a little bit, so it's like 10 to 2 for warrior one. Bend your front knee and inhale, sweep your hands up towards the ceiling. And then from here, once again, bring your hands behind you. Whichever way you clasp them, maybe bring them the opposite way. So if they were like this before, then switch your hands. Do it a slightly awkward way. Or if you're in prayer, then you can start to peel your hands all the way up your back. It's not very elegant when I do it. It's not a very natural pose for me, so but I know it opens the shoulders up, so it's good. All right, inhale, lifting that chest, opening. Squeeze your belly button towards your spine, engage your core. And then as you exhale, bend that front knee over again. If it's too much on the shoulders, just unhook, because this is going to be quite an intense shoulder opener. As you inhale, unhook those hands. Sweep your hands up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bring your hands towards the floor. Front foot comes back. And then inhale to your downward dog, Exhale, let it all go. Option to take a child's pose here, or as you inhale, you can come forward to your high plank. Exhale, coming halfway or all the way. And then inhale to your up dog or cobra. Exhale, coming all the way back. Nice. All right, from here as you inhale, lift your right foot up and back behind you. Bend into that knee. Exhale, bring your knee up to the outside of your right elbow and hover for a moment. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, bring it to your opposite elbow. And then we're going to come into a side angle. So options here. Either you can bring your weight onto that front foot and the back one and lift your other hand up, or if you want a bit of support, bring that knee down beside you and you're coming into a half side plank. Or if you want even more out of it, you shoot that foot out and then start to lift it off the ground. Really strong core work. Take one more breath here. And then as you exhale, bring that hand down to the mat, lift your foot up. And then exhale, bring your knee to nose. We're going to come into warrior two. So bring your foot between your hands, back heel comes down, inhale coming up into an external rotation and opening up those hands. Nice. Deep bend into that front knee. I've actually been working on my own warrior two. It'd be quite nice actually to film yourself doing this in your own time, because I noticed my knee has not been anywhere near as bent as it could be. So see how that is for you. Maybe bending that knee a little deeper. All right, from here as you inhale, pour your front hand forward, sweep your hand all the way around behind you. Maybe back hand on your thigh, maybe round the back for a shoulder stretch. Bend that deep into that front knee, nice. Exhale, front elbow to front thigh, sweeping all the way up and over, looking underneath your top elbow, armpit, sorry. All right, as you inhale, bring your top hand all the way around. Maybe coming to a half bind here, so maybe looking up towards the ceiling, getting a nice stretch here. Or if you want to come into full bind, you can. So you can bring your hand down towards the ground, or bring it all the way behind you. Little top tip while we're here. I know your legs are going to be burning. This is the strap from inside my, what's it called? Dressing gown. This can be really nice and really nice prop you can use at home if you have a dressing gown. I'll show you this way around. So imagine you're in your half bind. What you can do is pass yourself your, whatever it is. It can be your dressing gown strap, or it can be a tie or a rope. And you can get a hold of it underneath, and that can give you what feels like a full bind. And then as your shoulders get more flexible, you can bring your hands close together. It's a nice little option. All right, as you inhale, you're going to start to bring your hands out, straight into your front leg. Thankfully, you've been there for about 3 hours. And then from here, we're moving to side angle. So bring your hands all the way forward, hand towards the inside of that thigh or calf, and then opening up the top hand. Nice little addition you can do here. If your hand's quite far down your leg, you can get a hold of the inside of your toe, and that just lengthens out the top side of your body here. Nice. One more big breath. Nice. As you exhale, bring your hands cartwheel to meet your front foot. Step your back foot forward and inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, fold them all the way over. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back this time. And you're opening up into your warrior two on the second side. Nice. All right. Check on your alignment again, so if you can bend into that knee a little more. Just make sure you've still got your knee above your ankle. If your front knee is like really bent, you maybe need to lengthen your stance. So bring your front foot forward or your back foot back a little. Nice. From here, pour your weight forward and then inhale, reach all the way up for exalted warrior. Back hand to come to back thigh or round the back. Bending deep into that front knee. Inhale, reaching up and over, front elbow, front thigh, for side angle. Look under, maybe sniff the armpit. Did you have a shower today yet? Secrets out, I have not. And then from here, you can come into your half bind or full bind. So top hand reaches all the way over and round. Once again, I'll show you this backwards. This is quite a nice one to see what's going on in the back. So your half bind, your hand can either be on your lower back or reaching towards the inside of the top of your thigh. Or if you're working towards a full bind, you can grab something, it can be a sock, something stretchy also works. So get a hold of whatever it is at the top, and then reach underneath your leg, so underneath where your knee is, and then you can open up from there. That could be a nice option for your bind. Take one more big breath here. Exhale, let it all go, going back to your warrior two. And then start to straighten into that front knee. Exhale, pour your weight forward, front hand towards the front of your calf or thigh, and then reaching open nice and long. Once again, if you want a bit more, you can reach your hand towards the inside of your thumb toe, big toe. Not really getting my words well today. And once again, if you want to make this a bit shorter, your boot can come in handy, just so you can get the same kind of feeling of pressure between your hand and the floor or your book. Nice. As you inhale, unhook your hand, coming all the way up, and then cartwheel your hands around your front foot, stepping your front foot back to downward dog, and you're coming into three-legged downward dog, so lift that left foot up, bend the knee, and we're going to do that same thing we did on the first side. So as you exhale, bring your knee to the outside of your left elbow first, hold it there, inhale, come all the way up and back, exhale, kick it through, underneath, and then take your options for either side plank, maybe drop the knee, maybe lift it up. One more big breath. And then exhale, come all the way around, lifting that foot again, and then we're going to move into pigeon. So bring your knee towards your nose, and then you're going to start to bring it onto the mat in front of you. So have a play with what your pigeon feels and looks like, and you can use your props loads for this. So a couple of things you might need. You might need to pad your back knee. So if that pressure between your knee and the ground is too much, pad it. You might need to move this heel further away from you. What you also might need to do is your other bum cheek on this side might need a bit of support. So what you can do is use your books and tuck them underneath. See how you feel. Options here, we're going to take 5 rounds of breath. So if you feel like you're getting a lot from it staying up here, point your back toe as much as you can, and you can either stay here or keep your hands on the ground in front of you, or you can start to walk your hands out. And aim to have them all the way along the floor, maybe forehead towards the ground. Or once again, your books. You can put your books in front of you and then create a shelf for either your forearms, or put one fist on top of the other and then make a little pillow. Quite a hard and not very comfy pillow, but comfier than the floor probably. Take 2 more big breaths here. With every exhale, loosen off your jaw and release any tension in your body. There's a direct relationship between your jaw and your hips, so any tension there you can release off using your jaw. All right, from here, as you inhale, start to come all the way up. Options, you can either stay here again for another couple breaths, working on bringing your hands back in space, or if you want a thigh stretch, so you've been walking a lot or running, then you might feel your quads are quite tight, so you can aim to reach towards your back foot, or maybe your back calf. See how this is? Maybe bringing your front hand off the mat, maybe keeping it there, maybe using your books as a little bit of support. Either way, work slowly with this. This can be a pose that people can try and rush into, but just see what your body needs today. Taking one more breath wherever you are, opening up your chest. And then as you exhale, gently and slowly release your hand, your foot, and then you're going to bring your weight onto the outside of your left bum cheek. We're actually going to go straight into a twist. So if you take your right leg, and you're going to put it either keeping your left leg straight and bring it over, or you can tuck your left foot underneath and come into a seated twist. So whichever one suits, you've got your right foot over the top this time. And then from here, as you inhale, start to straighten up your spine, hugging that knee in, and then bring your other hand around the back. So you've got your right hand behind you. 2 breaths, inhale to find length, exhale to twist. Inhale to find length, exhale, twist. And then from here, as you inhale, open up those hands. You're going to bring your hands all the way back down towards the mat. We're going to aim to seamlessly and elegantly move towards downward dog. It might not be elegant. Bring your hands towards the mat, and then you're going to start to come all the way up into your downward dog. Stretching out those legs and just notice how one side feels in your hips compared to the other. From here, we're going to go for your pigeon on the second side. So as you inhale, lift your right leg up and back behind you, bend into that knee. And then once again, bring your knee all the way towards your nose, right through, and then bring your shin onto the mat. Untucking your back toe. Once again, give yourself anything you need, maybe a little cushion under the back knee, maybe a little bit of support underneath this hip, maybe shuffling that foot forward. This is very much a pose that you kind of have to jiggle into until you find what works in your body. And what you want to be feeling, everyone feels this differently, but you want to feel some kind of an opening in the hip. It might be at the back, it might be the side, it might be the inside of your hip, and you'll probably feel a little in the hamstring too. And then a multitude of other things, like the hip flexor on your left side, you might feel that really strong too, I do. Okay, so taking 2 more breaths here, option to either stay up, or you can start to move forward. Once again, use those boots as a little prop, or just start to melt your body down onto your mat. Releasing your jaw. 1 more breath. And then if you know you're not going to go into the second option, you're welcome to keep your body on the floor, or you can start to walk yourself up. So coming up here, maybe walking your hand a little bit further back. See how this goes, maybe bending that back knee. You might even just bend it and not reach for it, or you can go ahead and reach for that back foot. And then from there, play with what your body needs. And once again, with your back foot, aiming to keep your knee and toe all both facing in the same line. So if your toe is sort of coming in the way, see if you can bring it so it's in a straight line with your knee, up towards the ceiling. Take 1 more deep breath wherever you are. And then as you exhale, gently and slowly start to release. And then come on to that right butt cheek. I'm going to turn around to face you all. So you're hugging your right knee in towards your body, left knee comes over. And once again, you might keep that underneath foot shooting out, you might not. And then from here, as you inhale, find length in the spine. And then as you exhale, hug that right hand round, left hand come behind you, twisting towards the inside of your left leg. Take 2 more breaths as you inhale to find length. Exhale, twist a little deeper. And then once again, we're going for 1 more vinyasa flow. So we're going to untwist ourselves, bring your hands towards your right side. We're going to come back up into your downward dog. So it doesn't need to be elegant. We'll all meet here. Take 1 big cleansing breath once you're up. Inhale through your nose, open your mouth, stick out your tongue, let it all go. And then from here, inhale, flow forward to your high plank. We're going to stay here for a full round of breath. So inhale, find space between your shoulders. Exhale, stay. 1 more inhale. And then exhale, either drop the knees or exhale, come halfway. Inhale, coming up to your up dog or cobra. And then exhale back to that downward dog. And then from here, you're going to start to bring your knees gently and slowly down towards your mat. We're going to come onto our bellies and do a little bit of a back bend here. So come all the way down. And if you find you've got quite bony hips, then bring a jumper or something underneath just to give you a bit of padding for our next few back bend. So what we're going to do first, if you know you've got a lot of back things going on and you're not up for doing a back bend today, this is a nice option to just stay where you are. Or what we're going to do first is Sphinx pose. So you've got your hands and your elbows underneath your shoulders, hands flat on the ground in front of you. Really create some tension there. From here, what we're first going to do, so stay there while you're watching. As you inhale, Bring your toes, stick them together, bring your knees, stick them together, and then you're going to start to lift your toes off the mat, squeezing your butt cheeks. As you inhale, lift your hands away from you. It's kind of like Superman. You're going to take 3 breaths here. See if you can flail your toes. Keep your big toes touching. 1 more big inhale, maybe lift your chest and legs a little higher. And then exhale, come all the way down. Right ear comes to your mat. Maybe finding stillness, maybe rolling your hips side to side. So we're going to do 2 more back bends. Options to do the exact same one twice over, or stay on your mat. Or what we're going to do is do a half boat pose. So what this is going to look like is you're going to bend your left leg, and then you're going to get a hold of the outside of your foot. So this might be all where you go. So you might find you're getting a big shoulder stretch here. You might be getting a stretch in your hip flexor already. And you're going to bring your other hand in front of you across the way. From here, press your other foot into the mat. So that's going to help support you. And then from here, activate your hand. So you're going to press your hand in towards your foot. And then from there, you're going to press it as hard as you can so that your knee and thigh come off the mat. Then from there, you're going to start to lift up a little further. So you're creating this really nice long circle. Take 2 more breaths, and you want to aim to have the only thing touching the mat is your left hip bone on that side of your body. 1 more big breath, lift up. And then as you exhale, start to come all the way down, release that foot, and then come onto your left ear. Once again, maybe rocking side to side. And then we're going to go for the same thing on the second side. So once again, bending into your right knee, and then getting a hold of the outside of your foot. And use your left hand to support you, so you've got it across the mat in front of you. Then from here, press your foot into your hand, start to activate that leg, and activate it so much that your thigh and knee come off the mat. And then with every breath, see if you can make a little bit more height. So lifting your chest, lifting your leg away. 1 more big breath, lift even higher. And then as you exhale, gently come down, unhook that foot, right ear comes down, hands alongside your body. Maybe releasing your hips side to side. From here, we're going to come into the slower part of practice, into Shavasana in a second. So you're going to start to move on to your back. Start to get yourself into comfy position. So if you're cooling down, pop some socks on, maybe a jumper. If you want a pillow or a cushion for your Shavasana, grab it. First, we're going to do a little stretch off. So start to bring your knees, hugging them into your chest. Gently rocking side to side. If you want to go into a lying twist, you can. So you can grab your right knee and then cross it over. Stay there for a few breaths, or you can straight to the other side. And then take any last stretches you think your body needs. Start to work towards stillness in your Shavasana. And a couple of options if you do have a couple of props with you. So you've done a wee shoulder opener before with our props. So you can use this to help if you're doing that one. So you can bring your books to where you think your shoulders are going to be. So underneath, like if you're wearing a bra, just above where your bra sits. Or you can use, you can use a cushion, fold it in half and bring it on top. Or you can just place your cushion on top of the books. And then that's going to just create a bit of space in your shoulders. You can do the exact same thing anywhere in your body. So if you want that to be underneath your hips, you can pop it underneath your sit bones, or you can do that underneath your knees. It's going to be quite a nice restorative one. Works even better with your, if you've got pillow sleeping in, like a longer one. That works kind of like a bolster. So you can just have your knees slightly elevated. Wherever you are, start to release. Let's take 3 clearing breaths. Settling down into your Shavasana. Deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, let your body get heavy. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. One more breath. Inhale. Any tension, release it all out your mouth. And start to really feel your body melt and relax here. Take as long as you need.